When I was a kid and lived here, before the ferry terminal, they used to line up on the road here. There was a railway station there, active yard. They used to load train and trucks in on the ferry decks at night, and that's when Prince Edward Island had a railway as well.
That's right.
But this was a booming community. There was 3 or 4 hotels, a couple gas stations, 3 restaurants. A booming place.
When the ferry was working here, it put a lot of money into the economy around here, because local people worked aboard the boats. Back when the trains were operating, we had local people working for the CN, and it was a busy little place. But as you can see now, there's not too much going on.
There's been a lot of people leave because there is no jobs here, absolutely nothing. I used to manage the restaurant in the terminal building. And actually I left in January of '96 and went back to school in Moncton, took computerized accounting, and worked in Moncton for a couple of years. But no, there's actually nothing here. A lot of the younger people have left, gone to Alberta. My daughter and son-in-law left in March, because there is no jobs here. In order for her to find work, she had to go to Capital A. And by the time you go to Capital A and drive back and pay a babysitter, there's no money. So, and unemployment in the wintertime. So there's nothing here for young people. Actually, I have done my own little survey. There's more dogs in this village than there are children. And that's not a lot. It's cheaper for people to move away and start over. So, but like I said, this is just going to be a retirement community. There was no re-education for the Marine Atlantic employees. They got their payouts and whatnot, and some of them have drifted away to other jobs, but they have to work outside of the community. Some of them have ended up doing nothing.
To start with, they lost over 600 jobs. That was the main industry here, both with Marine Atlantic and fishing was your main industries. Fishing has gone downhill a lot in the last few years, so really without the Marine Atlantic we don't have a whole lot left.
How would you compare the two sides?
You mean with what we got after?
Yeah.
Have you been to PEI?
You've been over to Borden there and see the nice welcome center they have over there? Take a nice look. But before, when you're on the way back, take a look on this side. You might see Welcome to New Brunswick. You might see it. This was going to be the sort of the making of Cape Tormentine with this great big project that was going to take place.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, look at this. I mean, you were talking, that's quite an undertaking. So everybody sat back and waited. I mean, oh my God, it was too bad I had to save some of the newspapers there, the write-ups that were put in there. So the people were all given a good sales pitch. And I think a lot of it was BS, because the people, no. There wasn't very much money left in Cape Tormentine and surrounding areas from the construction of that bridge.
What's going to happen? Cape Tormentine is definitely soon going to be a ghost town. I'm one of the younger ones that lives in my community. You know, it's only a matter of time before all the young people are gone. There's nothing left there. Only a small restaurant, which used to be a big restaurant at that time.
It's a darn shame that we have to close it. And I'm hoping that somebody else will come along and, operate it. But there's not too many people around here. It's a hard grind here for the people of Cape Tormentine. And the young people, when they're educated, they have to leave here. There's nothing now for the young people. It's hard for a person in a small community like this to have to take off and go west or go somewhere. It's hard to leave home. I don't give a darn who it is or where it is. It's hard to leave home. So, we have nothing. So the restaurant closes, Germain closes. What do we have? We have nothing. And does the government care? No.
There's days that it is hard to look at it with that point of view, but especially when I'm here, I can't see it from my house, by the way. Especially when I'm here, because of the visitors, you have to have a positive attitude.
Yeah.
So they're here to see this beautiful bridge, and we talk to them about the beautiful bridge. There's days when I'd like to. I didn't say that, but yeah, you know, it's changed our lives. Sure. The last day, the day that the last ferry sailed, I went to the Cape. My husband was working. And I went to the Cape and I sit there and watched that last boat go. And I sit and cried for at least a half hour because it just like had no idea where we would go from there. No idea. Very emotional. Hardly a dry eye. Cape Tormentine that day.
I was coming home from work. I was working nights at that time. I knew that the lights were being shut off that day. But it still didn't help when you top the hill coming down the old highway and everything is dark. All you get is your normal street lights, nothing in the compound. It was heartbreaking to know that there would be, it was not going to be on anymore. It was taken away from the community and nothing left here. So it was hard to take. I mean, I had to stop the car. I was so upset. And it's just hard. It's hard to see a community die when and nothing being put back into it.